Alright, what's up everybody? It's Lids, we're back for some more Witcher, and we explored the swamp area a little bit last time, and we had some success, and then ran into a monstrous Venus flytrap, which taught us a lesson or two. So, I was thinking that maybe we'd be better served fighting around in town a little bit in the meantime, in preparation of that. So, notably, I think we need to get into Ramsmeat's house for one of our quests. Which one is it, you say? I don't exactly remember. We still need to find Shawnee, but that has remained a far more difficult task than it ought to be, I think. Technically, that's not actually a main quest. Clay pits, that's back in the swamp area. We did learn more about Berenger. Again, clay pits. And tower in the swamp area. So yes, we're definitely going to be going back to the swamp area soon. Oh. I remember seeing this, though. This is one of the haunted houses that we heard about in the past, but I didn't see said house when we were in the swamp area. Oh! I did not see this. We're supposed to go back to Raymond and conclude our discoveries. Wow. Okay. Although it's still not as straightforward as Raymond expected. So maybe we would be jumping the gun if
Looks
we were
like
to
I have to
go
deal with
here.
these idiots.
So I think maybe we talk to Raymond first, conclude, is Ramsmeat the guy we're after, in which case, then we'll try breaking down the door. But that may just not be necessary. Turns out, we can conclude that someone else is the person we ought to be targeting. Let's check out what he has to say. I'm assuming he's up here. Yeah. We've not seen him for a while. And you don't have any good stuff to loot.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
Much has happened since we last spoke.
So, I got to the prisoner.
He spill anything?
Didn't have time. Ramsmeat's men attacked.
You sure? Strange. Ramsmeat wants Salamandra gone, unless something I don't know about has occurred.
Javed might have scared him, or paid him off.
Something to check. Did you get anything out of the prisoner?
One word. Kalkstein.
Makes sense. Kalkstein's known to be a talented alchemist. He could be helping Javed with his experiment.
Yeah, see, he's not as innocent as we might have thought, like I was
He
saying.
didn't look the criminal.
But he doesn't
That
look like a
might be
criminal.
true, but we need to check all our leads. Let's get to work. I'll ask around town, talk to my contacts. You keep an eye on Kalkstein. Gain his trust. Get to know his plans and secrets.
How do you want to proceed?
Patience. This is just like fishing.
I prefer hunting.
Then gain Kalkstein's trust. Do him a favor. Learn something that interests him. You could get him to hire you. And talk to
That we
Ramsmeat,
have.
but don't overdo it. There's one with a short temper.
Okay. So it is those two that we care the most about. Seems like we just needed to confirm with our friend here, the detective, as to what exactly we might need to do for Kalkstein, or what role Kalkstein might have played. And it turns out that gaining his trust through doing some of those quests that we were doing earlier, starting to do earlier, is the answer. From over here, I'm just going to see if we happen to find Shawnee. Yes! Please talk.
Geralt, we need to talk.
Yes, we do.
What is it?
Some
You
people
are a
died at the
hard woman to
hospital.
find.
Were you involved?
Possibly.
Explain yourself.
I wanted to question a prisoner. One of your patients, but thugs interrupted us. It was their bodies the guard discovered later.
I'll tell you what I overheard. The prisoner will be transported to a safe location.
Thanks, Shawnee, for understanding.
Just watching out for you.
Okay, prisoner's moving. We don't know where, so I'm not sure how much that really helps us.
Your skills are no good here.
Shawnee,
Oh.
I do other things besides kill.
We don't have a cure for the plague yet, but did you know Rusty?
Don't recall.
Before the plague took him, He discovered certain plant extracts retarded the disease's progress.
You need those plants?
Yes, the best one's celandine.
Lots of that.
Unfortunately, it's only found on swampy ground.
We picked up a lot, though, back in the outskirts.
I'll try to help.
Every blossom counts. Bring at least 5 sprouts.
Pretty sure I have that immediately.
Here's
Yes.
the celandine.
Excellent.
Convenient.
I'm really grateful.
It honestly was nothing. Although I would like a monster anatomy lesson if you could perhaps give us some additional knowledge about some of the enemies we're about to be
I
fighting.
prefer a monster anatomy lesson.
I detected a drowned dead once.
Okay. Go to the swamps, gather 5 bunches of celandine, except we did that. Bring the herbs to the hospital. Okay, hold on. Are we done with that then? Shani owes me one. Should talk to her more often. Like, right now?
Hi, Geralt.
Hi, Shawnee.
I miss Oxenfurt sometimes.
You could always go back.
No, I'm needed here.
I'm also
If you have
needed
your
to hunch,
immunity,
I wanted to talk.
helping all these
I
patients,
need to get back to work.
crouching over the really does a number on your back.
I need to talk to you.
Can it wait?
Well, I suppose.
Visit me at home. The hospital's no place for personal matters.
Okay, well that's not really what I was
Where are you
trying to...
staying?
I have
Talk
a room
about.
in the northeastern end of Vizima.
Oh, we know about it.
Easy to find?
Opposite the house, there's a small square with a sculpture of a snake. Quickly, I need to get back to work.
See ya.
You'll be fine.
So it seems at some point we will get some additional stuff from Shawnee as she attempts to repay us for doing that favor for her. I was kind of hoping she was gonna do a little bit more for us immediately, since it was for some reason so difficult to find her, even though at least on this occasion we did find her hanging out in the hospital very easily, but in the past, even when we checked the hospital, she was not there. So remind me now, we will have Kalkstein. But in order to help him, I don't need this anymore. At least not at the moment. In order to help Kalkstein, we need to go back to the swamp. We might have that in our very near future. Strong evidence against Ramsmeet and Kalkstein the Alchemist. Raymond will deal with the thug. I must gain the Alchemist's trust. Oh, okay, so he's doing Ramsmeet. I see. Know about the important assignments. Tangentially related. Oh, yeah, I think we might still have a tiny bit of stuff that we can do with the Hairy Bear, though. Hub. Which is... remind me where? Hereish? Bear, precisely?
I'm not playing that.
Here and around the corner. So we can at least turn in those pins from the salamander enemies. And I don't know if it's like after you turn in a certain amount, maybe he actually does something? Gives you some more information? Because it seems like, although it was interesting to see that, okay, he is in some way affiliated with the salamander, or salamandra. I was kind of expecting him to spill the beans a little bit more. Never quite did that for us. So I wonder if by giving him additional stuff, he might eventually do that. Oh, I've strictly gone against this generic gambler. There is Ramsmeet.
What do you want, Wolf?
I don't think this is going to go over well,
Ever seen the salamander
but
sign?
I've seen a lot. Have a problem with that?
Best tell me all you know. The name Azar mean anything?
I have a rule. Before I slit someone's throat, I give them some advice. Never threaten me. Make sure you remember that. I mean, image is everything, right?
We can
I need
insist.
to talk to you about Salamandra.
Quickly.
When I ask about Salamandra, your henchmen get shifty.
They're like me. We don't like Salamandra.
Okay, so we can hit him over the head with some sarcasm. Or... Something tells me this guy's not the sarcastic type.
I see. Settling scores in the underworld.
Anything else?
Why did you contact Witcher Berengar?
What's it to you?
He was my brother.
Oh, I don't think we knew that.
Do I seem like a whore to you?
Actually...
No.
So why you trying to fuck me? Again.
Excuse you?
What's it to you?
He was a friend. I suspect Salamandra had something to do with his disappearance.
You choose your friends poorly. Berengar schemed with Salamandra, and that's why we had our eye on him. As they say, keep your friends close, and your enemies closer. He disappeared in the swamp. Kalkstein hired one of my boys to find him. Then he disappeared. That's all. Now get lost.
Your people attacked me at the hospital.
You cracked? I sent them there to bring back one of ours.
The prisoner is one of yours? Question mark. Let's say we
Let's
believe.
say I believe you. I think I have this figured out.
Do we? We have found proof of his innocence, but he just ran away?
You buying?
You may not be terribly relevant anymore. Oh, you just sell drugs. No, thank you. There was a point in time when you were a little significant, but I think we have just concluded some stuff about our investigation. Apparently. Evidence suggests Ransmeat is innocent. I should speak to him. I mean, you know what that means. There's only one suspect left. Curiosity, yeah. Where does it... nope. Where does it put him on the minimap? His house? Okay, I'm not so confident that we're going to be able to get in there.
Those who take risks.
Alright. I don't think we've gone up against this guy. So I think he might be one of the last people in town that we can still gamble with that we have not yet succeeded against. And we got a whole lot of nothing that first roll. We faced anyone with... Oh, except we have a straight. I totally saw that. Okay. What else? Couple twos. It's not great. He has pair twos and pair ones. I mean, it's not much. I suppose we will keep our twos and hope for any other pair, or triple twos would still beat him. And we got nothing. So unless he does something silly and re-rolls things that he shouldn't re-roll, he has one. At least this round. And 1-1 for the tiebreaker. It's Snake Eyes and a free pair. That's not bad, and he has nothing. So we will re-roll this. Well, we're in good shape here. Don't really need... Oh, okay, I mean, we got exactly what we started off with. We didn't really need anything. Except you did just get triple threes. Or triple sixes, rather. And so you beat us at the last second. Wow.
I respect those who take risks.
I demand a rematch. Triple ones. It is triple. Except you got triple fives. It's gonna be kind of hard to outdo that. We would need to either get a 1 here from either of these, or get them both to be the same number, get a pair for full house, and we have done neither of those things, so unless this guy is very silly, which he's not, he did not re-roll things that already were having him in the lead. Okay, starting from scratch. 2 pair, okay, not bad. He has a pair of 2s. So not amazing. If he gets 3, then we are still in trouble. But at the moment, we have a lead. And that does nothing for us. Okay, he's going for the triple, which he did not get. Okay. Tiebreaker. Can we actually specify? Okay, no. I was gonna say, we're starting an entirely new round. We do have to re-roll everything. I didn't know if we could actually carry over some of the things from the last round. We did get a triple. Granted, it's a triple 1, but still. Oh. Really? Really? Okay, not great. So, I mean, we're gonna try to go for either 4 1s, in which case we would beat him as things currently stand, unless he gets something new. Or get a double, or a pair, I should say, with these rolls here. Much like what happened last time, actually. And is that exactly what we had to begin with? So if this guy doesn't roll anything or change anything significant, then he already wins, and he got a better roll. Man, you are not making this easy.
Respect those who take risks.
Fortunately, the stakes are actually pretty low here. The price for all these rounds is quite small, so not a huge deal if we lose a bunch of them, but I'd like to beat this guy already so that we can just move on and beat him. He does have the lead at the moment, but we do have a pretty strong... And if we re-roll that 4, then that means we could get either 1 or a 5 and we'd beat him, which would be a 1/3% chance, or what? 33% or 1/3 chance of winning. Otherwise, if we just flat out re-roll, I don't know what the probability is, or if we try re-rolling everything except for the 2 5s, that might actually be better. Not sure. Like, definitely this. Is it worth it to do this? It actually might be. I'm gonna try that. Because at the moment, these 2 1s are not doing a bunch for us, because 2 pair is worse than a triple. And even if we did get triple 1s, we would still... I guess we would still beat him, because we also would have a full house at that point, not just a triple. So, I don't know. I'm gonna roll all 3. And we did get a triple 5, so that did work. Unless he gets lucky here. 1. Ooh, that was close. Okay, so that's the first round. Success there. And here we have 2 pair. Well, pair of 2s. I always say that. It's not the same. Okay, you have a pair of 3s, which is, of course, slightly better. Again, I'm going to keep it low because we are losing at the moment. And we're going to try to go all in on the 2s. Because if we can get 1 more, then we are in the lead. But we got nothing. So this is looking like a lost round here. Definitely. Alright. Eye-breaking round. Can we do something this time? Couple of 6s. Not bad. You got, what, a couple of 3s? Okay, so we are winning. Not by a ton, but we're winning. So, I mean, we'll go small bet. Again, stakes are so low, real or it's not a huge deal either way, but we will re-roll everything but the 6s. Keeping our pair and seeing if we can build off it at all. And we absolutely can. Wow. That is very strong. Nope. We definitely got him. Okay, so we beat him. I'm assuming this guy will not actually face us yet.
How are things, Geralt?
I'll find you later.
I'm not seeing the option to gamble with him, so I'm assuming we are technically still considered a novice. Does stink a little bit. Remind me what we have in here. A little bit of chicken. Yeah, I think on net we did still lose coins from all that stuff, given how many times it took us before we won. So, like I was saying, we weren't really doing that for the profits. We were doing that for just checking off an additional person that we've now beat. The question I have is, can we go into Ramsmeat's house, or will we still need to go past these bouncers?
Looks like I have to deal with these idiots.
Looking for something?
Oh, it's just 20. That's
All right,
nothing.
go in.
That's not bad. Assuming that he is actually in here. He is. I'm sure he's gonna be thrilled about us doing this. Hello, Salamandra stuff. Crates, goods. A little hard to make an argument for your innocence here, Ramsmeat. If you have all these things here. Granted, I did just take from one of them, but still. This. Oh. Looks awfully elaborate, even if it's just a medium strength. Did I see this? Yes, I did. You also have a wardrobe here and a downstairs. I will also investigate. Then I will speak with you. Because, yeah, you have a fair bit of stuff here. Granted, a lot of it is weak alcohol that is not actually all that valuable to us. I was kind of hoping we would have room for that, though. I think we picked up some weak alcohol there, so we'll take the high quality base instead. We don't need the blueberries, those are bad. Here, though. Coins. Axe that we already have. Really need the torch. Their weak alcohol. Might have some of that already. The dried fruit is also not great. So that should be fine. Nothing truly amazing, nothing incriminating, kind of like what we saw with the Revenant would probably be the greatest example of that. So you'll excuse me here. Oh, it's actually... Huh? Night? Since when? Or I might... No, this is military time, right? It's noon. 12:30 in the afternoon. Okay, fine. Just telling us that it's dangerous because, you know, we're in Ramsmeat's house, which I suppose is understandable. But, what I mean to say, that you'll excuse me for hard saving here, but, this guy means business.
What do you want, Wolf?
Want the truth about Salamandra?
Spit it out.
Let's summarize.
Go on.
You and yours get nervous whenever you see the salamander sign.
No shit.
Nothing unusual, given that you're battling them for influence.
You sure?
Oh yeah, I can smell your fear.
You annoy me.
You suspected Salamandra sent me to kill you, the same with Berengar.
I thought he would lead me to Salamandra's leader.
But Berengar disappeared. Your man, however, did learn something.
Unfortunately, he ran afoul of Salamandra. Then the guards captured him. Those I sent to help, you cut up.
Your boys were really nervous. Nervous and aggressive.
They expected Salamandra would attack and might have mistaken you for them. What did my man say?
Not much. He was badly injured.
Shame. A misunderstanding, then. I forgive you for killing my crew. You're all right, Wolf.
I know you're fighting Salamandra. I'm hunting them too.
Javed wants to take over my business. He decided to start with the girls. Know why? Though he left Zerakini long ago and trained to be a mage, deep inside, he's remained a fucked up wild man. Now you get it?
Not really.
He's driven by instinct. Thinks with that Zaracanian cock of his. And he's got some strange fetishes.
Alright, let's move on here.
My girls are scared shitless. And they don't scare that easily.
Thanks. That helped.
No problem.
Yay.
See ya.
Earned the gratitude of the local kingpin, gained interesting information about Azar. I mean, yeah, I suppose you could say interesting. Here's what else we can talk to this guy about, if anything.
What do you want, Wolf?
See ya.
How's things? Okay, so, I mean, that is basically a conclusion that, I mean, yes, he's affiliated with Salamander and that he's rivals with them, and thought that we were trying to kill him. But, seems as though Calvstein is actually, perhaps the one that is most directly trying to send Salamandra after us. And I have to think that is something that our investigator friend would like to know. I know he's technically supposed to be the one that was talking to Ramsmeat, and we were supposed to talk to Calvstein, but we kind of beat him to the punch. Let him know that we did his job for him. I'd assume he'd like to know, but maybe he's still waiting for us to do Calvstein the favor.
I'm all ears, White Wolf.
How do you want to proceed?
I'm not sure that we're gonna get anything new out of this.
I prefer hunting.
Then gain Calvstein's trust. Do him a favor. Learn something that interests him. You could get him to hire you. And talk to Ramsmeat, but don't overdo it. There's one with a short temper.
Okay, yeah, nothing new. Unfortunately, I was hoping you might have a reaction to getting that information from Ramsmeat. But, no, does seem as though at this stage, we need to head back to the swamp. That's where most of the loose ends lie. Gossip? What?
Hello, stranger.
Greetings.
I heard Rivia is ruled by a wise and strong queen. She was
Big
once
year.
beautiful, but was
I bet
wounded
Rivia
during the
is.
war. Now her face is scarred.
You're worldly.
Modern women need knowledge of the world.
I'm sure.
What would you like to know?
Have you heard news of a witcher in town?
Yes, reputed to be the White Wolf. A dog for sorceresses.
Is that a reference to us or Berengar? Because if we're brothers, he might have a similar nickname. Oh dear. No, it's supposed to be us, and this would be us hitting on her. Tell me something else.
Something else.
What would you like to know?
Heard any
guess.
news from the non-human district?
I've no interest in those matters.
I have a problem.
Not sure
Your
where this is
secrets
going.
are safe with me.
No, they're
You've
not.
got a beautiful smile.
Oh god.
That's very kind, but you mentioned a problem.
Yeah, we're gonna have to leave that there.
Farewell.
Okay, so that was not particularly helpful.
What?
But what I was thinking of was now might be one of our last opportunities to buy some stuff off of this guy before we
Farewell.
head over. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Before we make our way over to the swamp.
What do you want?
Except we have no inventory space. Hold on just a moment, good sir. Let's drop some of this junk. Like, still have bottled water in here? I'm surprised. Here's the earth room. Be branded into silver blades. That does sound good. That sound really good. Damage, obviously, is solid. The knockdown is really solid because it gives you some extra defense where your enemies aren't attacking you briefly, but also you can follow that up with a high damage attack if you can reach them while they're on the ground. So I like that a lot. Don't know who can actually do anything with it. Also, I doubt Shawnee is here, but we can check. Oh no.
I don't recall inviting you, but come in. I'm not entertaining anybody right now.
I'm here to see Shawnee.
Get out! Stomping
Oh.
into my home like that!
It was fine until we asked for Shawnee. Okay. My bad. Yeah, but I think Shawnee's probably still in the hospital at the moment, and she'd asked us to come back when she was not in the hospital. So I think what we'll do is we'll rest at the Hairy Bear. I know we were just over there, but it will take us just a minute. So we'll do that, we'll level up. So we haven't done that yet. At least haven't allocated our skill points from that. That might be, I mean, this is optimistic, but might be what we need to actually successfully go through the swamp area. We need all the power we can get. And if we can, in fact, put that rune on our sword, then that could certainly help too. We can also store some things with this guy.
Damn it. Whatever you do, don't bet on the boxing. It's rigged. What do you want?
Okay. Let's store some things. We could continue to sell more books. I also just generally don't think food is very good. I meant to... I'm kind of just going to dump all of it over here. Like, all of it. It's taking up so much space. And I generally would prefer potions to it. So I think I can live with just this. Rather empty inventory. And do we have a lot more flint lying around? We do. I know it's useful to have some on hand. I think we're fine for the time being. So, some of the greases, potion, sure, we'll hold on to that. Currents. Crafting bases. Goose fat looks like we may have a full stack already. Just look at how much space we're making. Yeah, we did have more than a full stack of that. I think this was also a full stack. Would also be useful to be able to put that on our weapon. One of those things where I'm not sure how heavily we should invest. So we have more. Stash that. Not sure how heavily we should invest in our current sword. If we should act under the assumption that we'll actually get a better sword sometime in the future, and we should save all of our crafting materials for that.
Damn it.
Now we'll rest.
Whatever you do, don't bet on the boxing. It's rigged. What do you want?
Yes,
rooms?
that's what we want.
5 orange.
Yes, please. Right next to Coleman. I'm not sure that's a great idea. Thought we had skill points. I really thought we had skill points. Do we not have skill points?
No challengers.
I don't think we had skill points. I was mistaken. Alright, my bad. Apparently that was not a thing. It was also the guy who was purchasing the stuffs from the Salamandra enemies that we've slayed, the pins. I don't think I see him. But I suppose we'll wait. Maybe come back on some other occasion. So, my bad. Thought we had the ability to get a little more powerful by doing that. Seemed like that was going to be useful. Heading over to the swamp. Oh, one other thing. I saw that we had a bunch of books stashed we'd already read over here in the inn, and I wanted to just sell those and then purchase new books for all the things that we might encounter in the swamps. And then I think we'll be
Damn
ready.
it. Whatever you do, don't bet on the...
Yeah. Don't bet on the box, and sure. Already read it. I'm trying to take it, thank you. Oh, and these we can sell as well. Basics of alchemy. All these things that we've read. Also already read these. That should be valuable. Let me take it, thank you. And yeah, I know we could sell the gloves too, but I think this will be helpful. Let's give us a little more monies to work with. And then we'll go on a shopping spree. Basically. Basically, that's the idea. You know, like, study for finals right before the exam.
I need to save more.
That's basically what we're going for here. Are you miraculously going to
Sir,
actually offer to
forgive me, sir. We sell
sell
only
us your goods?
to the Order's friends and to the faithful. I've not heard of you.
Farewell.
I don't know what happened that made it so that we were no longer in their good graces. I mean, of course, if I were to guess, it might have been that at some point we may or may not have pulled a sword on one of their members, and they may remember that and now be holding that against us, but that was a while ago if it did happen, and sure, it wasn't intentional. Well, this is just the non-human district. It's not the place with the traders.
Rumors say quarantine will last while the
This is the place with the traders. You are the primary person I want to deal with.
What you?
I'd like to sell you these books. Okay, granted, they're not worth quite as much as I might have hoped. Trying to sell them. There we go. Are we read? 14. Okay, it's not a ton. 18. We read that one. Hold on. Confirm. Yeah. Read this. Sell 2. Okay. We've read this. And I'm pretty sure we've read this. Hold on. Yep. We hadn't before, we did just then. 80 ords. Okay, so that's actually a pretty good amount. Now we're looking better from a total coin standpoint. And I think the real question would be... Ooh. That could be useful, because we don't have anything. Any formulas for crafting explosives, I don't think. Otherwise, we do have swamp monsters. Underground deck. Blue Bruiser. Yeah, I was thinking we hadn't done that yet. We read that. Would be helpful. 300. Underground. Minerals. I don't know where we get minerals in the first place, so it's hard for me to gauge how useful this might be. No idea where those might be either. We're definitely going into the swamps, so I think we do this. Basilisk, Wyvern, Cockatrice. Already fought one of those things. Not expecting to run into too many in the near future. I think maybe this would be the next most valuable, but yeah. Let's do that. Of course, could be that as soon as also I didn't actually read what it said, but
if I were a rich man.
Echinops, those are the Venus flytraps. That's the primary reason why I wanted to read this. Archspore? I'm not sure if that was the powerful version that we fought last time. Might be that we're about to find out this stuff anyway, and we wouldn't have had to have bought it, but I think it'll be helpful to know that we have it going into the swamp area. Celandine. I already know about Celandine. Beggar Trick and Fool's Parsley, as well as the methods of obtaining alchemical ingredients from these plants. Okay. Does that mean that when we do find Celandine, we actually get more out of it? Not sure. Alright, but I think this stage, we're ready to go back over, because there's not much else we can do here.
Society
So
made me what I am.
it may just be that we decided to go in a bad direction when we ran into that super powerful plant. Or maybe we had our steel sword out accidentally, we were supposed to use our silver. Assume that silver is the right one to use on those guys. Because we were not close to taking it down. Maybe we needed a different combat stance, different Witcher stance. I don't know, but we will have to see.
Transport services at the best prices.
Take me to the other side.
Times are wasting. Made up your mind?
You're the one that's wasting time, buddy.
Ready to go?
I want to go.
How many times are you going?
Skip it, thankfully. At least that. Can't skip this. One of these times, it's going to be a little bit different. Just you wait. Ominous music. Trying to mess with our heads. Trying to scare us away. Alright, but we know what's up. We know what's up. We know what's over here. That is the clay pit area. Okay.
Good, sir. Do you need a boat?
Not at the moment. So I'm curious, if we see Celandine, do we actually get more out of it than we got before? I don't think so. I think that's still the same. So... trying to think of the order of operations that is best here. So we know there are enemies here. We know there are potentially a lot of enemies there. Does it make sense to clear out the clay pits first, and then bring Gramps along once it's a little safer? Gramps needs to go there, and then some. I think that might be the preferred method. These guys... Oh, I do want you to keep that out, though. I think these guys will be a lot easier to take out. Oh, where? Here. A lot easier to take out when we don't need to worry about having someone else behind us to protect. Granted, it would be preferable if I didn't have to fight all of you simultaneously, and some of you are running away while others are running toward me. It has me a little bit confused. So what exactly is happening right now? Well, there you are. Little boy, what are you doing? Did I just see something that said level up? It's more important, right? Just getting pretty basic ingredients here. We already knew how to pick those flowers. That's not new.
The lords are coming.
Shove off.
Who's above the lords?
What is this crap?
I don't know. Also, probably shouldn't be over here, little guy. There are more drowners where those guys came from.
Not playing now.
Clay pits.
Okay, we're getting a little closer to the middle of this than I would like. Yep. I mean, some of these guys are going to sneak up on us. Alright, switching to group stance. Just momentarily. Whoa! Yeah, see, like, this is the scenario I would have liked to have avoided. Is it insurmountably difficult? No, certainly not. I mean, this guy's also just dodging us right and left, which is a little annoying. said it before, it does seem as though those more gray drowners potentially are slightly more difficult to fight, and that they may actually have more ability to dodge. I might be making that up, but I might not be. It does seem like twice now that we've seen that happen. Still a lot of drowners here. A lot of drowners here. Oh, hold on. That's no good. That is. Alright, group stance. Again, we are getting more than I'd like, or at least about to get more than I'd like. Ew, yeah. I'm just gonna cut you away a little bit here. Little boy, what are you doing? Stop doing this, please. You do it to yourself. You do. And that's what really hurts. Or 70? Sure. And now we might get this last drowner. So, like, this guy... Oh, he's a bit of a different color. Alright, I've cleared out the clay pits, so Vasca will be happy now. And that should mean that things are a little easier to take care of for Gramps. Okay, so now the problem is, last time, this did not go well. When we tried to get back. Said something about the fork in the road. Vasca did. I'm wondering if we might actually be able to see what she said here. That's all. Must return to Vasca and tell her the clay pits are safe now. Okay, good. It's just a little quick save in case we happen to come across that plant that wants us very much to be dead. This fool's partially a good idea? Maybe not. There's still some remains over here. Are still some remains over here, I should say. And, I mean, not that it's going to be totally necessary that we take that. We came through this way. Of that I'm certain. So unless the big plant comes after we've already gone through here once, which would seem strange, we should be safe, and we appear to have been. That's a good sign. Find Vasca somewhere. Yes, there are going to be drowners in this general area, but where is Vasca, please? Vasca's house? Is she in her house? Surely not. Imagine that. She's in her house. The nerve.
Want to ask something?
I've killed the drowners.
You showed us mercy, yet I deceived you. I can offer no money, but you cannot leave unrewarded. Take this amulet. It's Kezath, the symbol of mercy.
Will do.
Wonderful. Now we prepare for the coming of the lords.
Who are these lords?
Yeah.
We worship them and receive the grace of those from the eternal deep.
I keep thinking of the
Eternal Deep doesn't sound good.
How dare you? Those names offend the lords.
Magic Seraphim? Whoa, what the heck?
What was that?
I think it is nighttime. I think everyone has come here to pray to this thing.
The water lords and I.
Let's discuss a job.
Please help. One of our children is missing. The boy has always returned quickly until now.
Was the boy
Perhaps the water beast ate him.
Blasphemy.
Who was trying to go for the drowners?
Transform into a dryad.
Doesn't sound good.
All right, I'll look for the boy.
Lost lamb. Okay. This is probably not safe out here anymore, I would imagine. says dangerous. It's only 4:30. It's not nighttime, despite what she might have us try to believe. So with that, I think this... Ooh. Oh no, I thought that was a new plant that we had yet to hear about or see. So with that, I think that this is probably a good place for us to wrap things up, because, I mean, we did manage to clear out the clay pits. I mean, we'll probably end up going back there quite soon with Gramps, and potentially, of course, run into the gigantic Venus flytrap, but maybe I'm hoping that we did have our steel sword out, rather than our silver one, as we did just then, and that will hopefully be the difference maker that we need to actually take it out this time. So I'm assuming we're probably going to run into it and that we won't be able to sidestep it. But either way, that's getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, so hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.